Welcome back to Spiritual Misfit. My name is Christian, and here we talk about total wellness, crystal and energy healing. As a total body wellness expert and coach, as well as a student of crystal and energy healing, I like to dive into, some of the more esoteric things of our realms and open them up for discussion and share the experiences and stuff that I've found on my journey. So, today we are diving into crystals, minerals, rocks, and how they actually work with the body. All right, I've seen tons of different videos out there explaining, people's experiences on working with them, both seeing some different, outcomes and some benefits from them, and then some saying that they don't see anything at all and that it's all a scam. So I'm here to share my experience and the things that I found out on my journey diving in to all of this stuff. So today we are going over basically the basics of how we can use these crystals, minerals, rocks, tektites, all these different things as tools for what we want out of life, whether that be to, for healing, whether that be for protection, whether that be for manifestation, whether that be to power stuff up and actually use the energy within him. So yes, these all obtain a specific type of energy. The first thing to break down for you, something like quartz. All right, quartz is in tons of the different electronics, tons of different watches. A lot of these different minerals and crystals and stuff are in our phones, all of our electronics, and so much more. So if you want to dive into more of the scientific background of how a lot of these crystals, minerals, and different things are used in our everyday life that you don't even know about, dive in, go down that rabbit hole. Too much for us to talk about today. But that's just kind of the basics for you to understand, okay, there is something here. That was the first thing that kind of led me into the rabbit holes and learning and understanding more about all of these specimens. All right, now the biggest thing as a health and fitness, and mental coach, I really wanted to be able to see, if there was any truth behind how these can actually help the physical body, as well as our mind. So the first thing that really made sense to me was if you understand what chakras are. All right, chakras, they are our energy cores throughout the body. All right, our body has energy. That's how we move. That's how we talk. That's how we make everything work. All right, we have different electronic systems within our body, and that's how our brain sends signals for me to talk, for my hands to move, for me to run, for me to pick something up. Anything that I want to do, the brain sends an electronic signal throughout the body to the different areas for it to be able to do what the brain is telling the body, what I am telling my brain to tell the body to do. All right, the brain also helps with your lungs. It helps with your digestion, your detoxation of, everything that we're consuming. It also helps with your focus. I mean, literally everything consists of energy throughout the body. So these chakras are what really control the health of the energy in these different areas. All right, now, I know a super popular word and thing is grounding right now. So we'll start there because grounding is the base of the chakras. All right, now, a lot of people don't quite understand that, below us is actually what we call the Earth Star Chakra. And that's actually what really grounds us to the earth. All right, so Earth Star Chakras, we want to be able to focus in on more black toned minerals and rocks and crystals and stuff like that. So that's what we got over here. All right, right now I just have obsidian, but something like black tourmaline. Those two are my go-tos for the Earth Star Chakra. In fact, I got a whole video breaking down the Earth Star Chakra. You can check that out. But that's what really grounds us to Mother Nature, to this earth itself. All right, and again, that's below our feet. There's a couple inches to feet below our feet. So think of it as kind of like a magnet that cruises with us as we move around this earth, but below the earth. And we can lose track of that. And there's a lot of different things, like if you're jet lagged, if you're having trouble sleeping and all of that kind of stuff, to be able to really sync up with a proper cycle throughout the day. Usually if we're having issues with that, the Earth Star chakra is a great thing to be able to actually ground us to the area that we're at. Again, if you're feeling jet lag, if you're having trouble sleeping, all of these different things start with grounding. And that's what I love to use obsidian, black obsidian, and black tourmaline for. Now, as we start to actually move into the body, the first chakra that we have is our root chakra. Now, here I have some red jasper. We've got some quartz hematite crystals here. And then also garnets are really great. Any deep reds are really great for the root chakra. Now, the root chakra is what actually grounds our entire energy system. All right. If you've got, if you're looking at an actual electrical, system, you have positive, negative, and usually you have the grounding. All right. So this is going to help the actual system within our body. All right. Everything that's going on within our body to be grounded. All right. Have that base. Now, it is important to have a good sense of grounding within the body, but you don't want to be too grounded. Too grounded, you're not allowing the other frequencies throughout our bodies to be able to really work at its best. And that comes with like creativity, focus, all these things. If we're too grounded, you can also, kind of be depressed, not want to do anything. You just want to lay down and just chill. All right. Sometimes being too chill is not always the best thing. But then from the root chakra, we go into the sacral chakra, which is more orange. Now here I have some oranges jasper. We've got some cornelian, and then we've got a little bit of citrine hematite, and the blend of the red into the yellow bring out that orange. So typically, all right, I like to be able to anything that has more of an orange reflection or projection, that's usually what I'll go to match up to those chakras. Now, when you have something that's fused, all right, with, a blend of two colors coming through, then I know that this is citrine, but then we see that dark red of a little bit of hematite within it. All right, now we are kind of alchemizing the two components and linking and syncing and connecting those two chakras together and getting benefits for both chakras with that. Something else here is this piece of obsidian has got hematite and it's got some red clay in there as well. So connecting, all right, from the Earth Star chakra into our root chakra, really powerful, all right, grounding again from our root into the earth. Think of us like a tree and being able to have our roots coming through our feet going into the earth. All right, that's where this connection I really have found from my experiences working with it, working for. All right, so, but then we go from the sacral and we go up into the solar plex chakra. Now, I love for the solar plex some really nice natural kundalini citrine from, typically I get my stuff from Africa, Congo. Also Libyan desert glass. Now, Libyan desert glass is a tektite, and that's more so for manifestation, all right? It's a little bit different in the sense like, yes, it does help the solar plex. It brings a lot of energy to the solar plex. As a tektite isn't a mineral, it's not a rock. It's quite a unique piece. And I have other videos coming out that we'll be talking about tektites, but I totally recommend you dive in and do some research on tektites because tektites are pretty freaking cool. But yeah, so solar plex, it's for your manifestation, but that also, all right, solar plex into the sacral chakra also help, all right, with our guts, our intestines, all your detoxification, organs and stuff like that. So anytime that I feel that I'm having anything going on with detoxing and within that and energy, just like full movement energy, I'll usually go to these stones and see what's going on with that. And yeah, and then from the solar plexus, we go into the heart chakra. Now, the heart chakra is interesting because there's actually a couple different colors, all right, that go into the heart chakra. Now, as you see, I mean, you can use rose quartz, and obviously rose quartz we all know is love, and we connect that to the heart chakra. All right, but we've got some pink chalcedony here, some druzy chalcedony. We've got some green fluorite, and then we have vivianite as well. I've also got moldavite, and we've also got jade, and we've got malachite. I've got a lot of greens. But what I've found with the greens is that they can come for different things, different purposes, different intentions. We can have love, all right? We can also, one thing that's really interesting with the vivianite that's very similar to the energy of moldavite is it brings tough love, all right? There's many different variations of love. We have that intimate, emotional love with our partners, but that intimate, emotional love is different from the love that we have from our friends and family. It's also, the tough love of facing through things that we may be fearful of that we need to be able to overcome and work through to obtain the things that we want in life, all right? So love isn't just this warm, fuzzy, kissy feeling that we get. All right, love is love is one of the main masters of everything in this realm, both good and bad, but not bad in a bad guy or bad thing type of deal. But love can be scary, right? And so with that, there's positives and negatives to love, but in a good sense. All right, and so with that, like I can go on. It's super, super deep what love, but to just, kind of scratch the surface and give a baseline. All right, there's many different aspects to love, and different crystals, minerals, and different pieces will bring those different things to you, those energies to you, as long as that's, what you're using it for. We'll get more into using here in a minute. Then we go into blue, we go into the throat chakra, all right? That helps with your speaking. It could help you face your fears of speaking, help with communication, all right? It can heal the throat chakra if you lose your voice or you're dealing with sore throats and stuff like that. It just anything that has to do with the voice on many different spectrums. That's what the blues do. We've got kyanite, all right? We've got lapis, and we got aquamarine. All right, so the blues for the throat chakra. And then we go up into, all right, the third eye, all right, the purples. Now, a lot of the purples I've found to kind of, coincide and regress, and dive into the crown chakra. But the third eye chakra is purple. And again, all right, there's positives and negatives too. As we get up higher, from what I've found, more positives and negatives coming from the heart into this, because I feel like this is really where we get a lot of emotional stuff that affects our mind. We get emotional stuff that affects more of our health, of our intestines and our detoxification and everything that goes into the way that the body that we're in works. And this is all more so emotions, heart, mind, focus, thoughts, creativity, and creativity a little bit here, but you get what I'm saying. All right, more of that emotional and mind type of energy is what I've found from here. Now, with the third eye chakra, all right, this is a lot to, creativity, a lot to kind of us awakening and understanding and diving deeper into a lot of this stuff. If you're watching this video and you're getting into this, your third eye chakra is really expanding, opening up. It is working right now. So that's, that's where I really use it. If I'm looking to be able to understand more, really look through different perspectives, open my mind, that's where I'll really go into here. Knowledge, all of that kind of stuff. Now, all right, I've got lots of amethyst, but this is a very special amethyst that's actually got a lot of different stuff in it. So overall, it is amethyst, but it's got citrine in there. It's also got the clear quartz in there as well. So again, I look at this as more of a connecting or bridge, all right, coming all the way from the solar plexus or possibly even that sacral chakra all the way up into the crown chakra. All right, now with that, we'll get into the crown chakra and whatnot in a minute. But we've also got purple fluorite. Now, purple fluorite, and especially the energy of this purple fluorite, is a little bit deeper. All right. And what I find more so with this one, it kind of gives you, if you start to dive into the knowledge of more so the dark arts or more so the conspiracy theories and stuff like that, this is where this one really kind of comes into to play in the energy that I personally feel from the darker, all right, purple fluorites. Then we have the my gosh, one of my favorite stones, and I'm losing the name here. Oh my goodness, lepidolite. There we go. All right, now I love lepidolite. All right, because lepidolite I've found is more so of calming of the mind. All right, if you're like me, my mind's going through a bajillion things at all the time. With working with many different clients, I'm thinking about my clients and the things that we go over all the time. I've got two boys that are wanting my attention, justly, and always asking me questions, and just, my main focus is always on, my kids, and my wife and my family, and but with kids, life, family, with me being as creative as I am, I play music, I play guitar and sing in multiple different projects and bands. I'm just extremely creative, always doing different things. And so my mind is always going. Now, I also love to use this and work with it with my kids as well, because it's just got a very calming, all right, energy to it. Now, lepidolite has lithium in it. All right, so if you know what lithium is and how it's actually used in our medical industry, all right, there's lithium in so many different medications that deal with the mind. Like, for instance, it's in bipolar medication, which in lots of other different medications that help calm down the mind. I found this to be a very calming stone. I've got a lot of it next to my bed. I have it around me all the time. Have it with my kids. I have my kids hold on to it and stuff when they're acting a little crazy. Just calm down, bring the mind down. And so in a sense, I've kind of found this to be more of like a mind grounding. All right, mind grounding, because a lot of times, like, yes, we want to be way up here. We want to be learning. We want to be getting all this knowledge and all this stuff and understanding and breaking all these codes and just understanding, and seeking the truth of life, right? And that can be super overwhelming for the mind. So as it's great to be at those higher frequencies, how can we kind of tame that higher frequency to be able to keep the mind level, right? That's what I find the lepidolite really being at. It really opens the mind, but on a very, very leveled, all right, calm, soothing, line. So that's what I love lepidolite for. Now, as we get into the crown chakra, all right, we've got muscovite, we've got clear quartz, just about any clear, type of crystal and mineral usually connects to the crown chakra. All right. Now with the crown chakra, all right, that's everything at the very top of the head. Now the crown chakra, very similar to the third eye. All right. But this really, again, it transfers the signal and really opens up our knowledge and our receiving, all right, from source or from God, to really understand the truth and open up. That crown chakra is open and going. So if you're finding yourself, having all these different thoughts come in, which we call downloads of, truth and whatnot, and understanding that, you need to change some things, maybe changing the way that you're consuming, you're eating, what you're eating, where you're spending your focus on. If you're having these big, kind of aha moments, that really comes from the crown chakra being open and, allowing this energy to come in. Now, with all of that, all right, as you notice, we get these colors that come all the way up. All right, now the chakras are all colored as well. And so with that, that's what's really allowed me to dive in and understand the uses for these rocks, minerals, crystals, tektites, and whatnot. Truly, I do believe that everything that was put on this planet by our Creator and God is here for a purpose, all right? The fruits, the vegetables that we eat, all right? The herbs, the leaves, the roots, everything that is natural on this planet was put here for a purpose. But why? Why? We look at fruits and vegetables and we understand what fruits and vegetables do for our bodies, right? We look at different natural medicines, herbs, teas, more the homeopathic type of stuff, and how these things are used for medicines, right? Some people understand what the dirt comes and the minerals and electrolytes and the energy that the dirt comes from with B vitamins and all that kind of stuff. And, we also see the nutrients in different soils and stuff for if you grow plants and stuff like that, or grow vegetables and trees and all these different things. And we see, the minerals that are in these soils to be able to feed and grow and give the energy, all right, that the plants and everything that is in the soil need. So, why wouldn't these rocks, minerals, tektites, and all these different things have a purpose for us? But the first thing is what is that purpose? Well, that purpose is more so energy. All right, and energy is what truly rules this realm. Now, a lot of people look at energy and they're like, oh, like that's like magic or satanic or whatever, witchy, whatever you want to deem it. All right, so my argument to that is, well, how am I recording this video right now? How did I send it to my computer without it being plugged in, and now it's getting viewed by you through your computer or your phone? How is this video being sent to a computer with no wire, and how does that happen? Because it's traveling through the ether. All right. The people that create everything and everything like that, they already know all of this stuff. So everything is energy. Everything going through our body is energy, like I mentioned at the beginning. All right. Our brains send electronic signals to everything in your body to be able to work and create and fix and do whatever we want it to do. So with that, these all obtain that energy. All right, and I really feel the way that they're created, there's a reason behind the coloring that they're coming through. All right, so if you understand the chakras, there's a reason why each chakra is colored the way they are. Have you ever seen a rainbow before? Because a rainbow upside down is the chakras. All right, everything with that. So again, there are so many different clues that I've been able to decode in this reality to back up and support, okay, there is a purpose for these. We are connected with these. Now, how do they work though? All right, these are tools. You have to understand that these are only tools. And if you don't know how to use them, you're not going to be able to unlock the benefits that they hold. You're not going to be able to tap into those frequencies. And majority of the time, it's all just about your intention, understanding which each one is, how it works, what sources come from it. And the more that you understand and connect these different connections and really decode, all right, the truths behind them, that's when you start to realize and understand how to be able to work with them. When you understand that, everything is energy, and you actually really dive into that and you let go of, these, what society wants you to believe, that we have to be dependent on them and that Earth just needs to be destroyed so we can build on top of it. No. All right. These all have a very specific purpose to you and to what you truly want to be able to get out of life, and really being able to unlock their powers so that you can, you can enjoy life to the fullest. All right. Both, physically, mentally, on a whole different spectrum. So that is my take on all these crystals, minerals, and tektites. They do so much and specific purposes, and but it's all about doing the research and understanding how to be able to use these tools, just like you want to research and understand how to get yourself into shape, how to be able to consume and eat the right foods so that you can have better health, all those different things. So I encourage you, dive in, do more research, about all these and, take away with what resonates with you. All right, because this is just what resonated with me, what I've learned, my experiences. You may have something completely different. So again, find what resonates with you, go out, play around with it, do some research, and other than that, I hope that you learned a little something today. I hope something resonated with you. If it did, smash the like. All right, subscribe, and we'll be breaking down all of these different chakras and what some of these different minerals, tektites, stones, and all that good stuff do. All right, other than that, we'll see you in the next video. Appreciate you. Bye.